Good evening. Good evening, everyone. So once you join in live, good. Ruth is here. Good evening. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Once you join in, let me know if you can hear me very clearly. Rama. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. It feels so good seeing you here. It feels so good, really. Rama. Rama, where did you leave me and run to? Okay. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I'm glad you can. I'm glad you can. So tonight I'm going to be talking about something. This is really a delicate topic, something we must all pay attention to. You know, else you get swept away. I mean, you get really defeated in this game. So it's something I want us to pay attention, real attention to, so you will know what to do and how to do it when such times come. It's really not easy to thrive in the midst of the difficulties, the trying moments. Okay, you are going to be so you are going to be so tested, you are going to be so tried in this journey. There are times where you wake up and feel like not doing it anymore. There are times when you wake up and you feel like giving up. There are times when you just feel like nobody understands what you are passing through. Nobody understands what you are going through, the frustrations, the the disappointments and all that. I'm not talking about people disappointing you. I'm talking about disappointment in yourself. You know, feeling like it's not worth it anymore. You're not getting the traction that you want to. You've tried and you tried and you tried, and man, it seems it's not working. You know it's not working. So how do you remain sane in such moments? Now, one thing I want to first of all establish, welcome, believe, welcome. One thing I want to establish for you to understand is this. A lot of times, this is where I see life, right? Just before you quit on your dreams, because I'm a very realistic person, there are things you should actually quit. Yes, there are things that when you try them and you try and you try and you try and it's not working, you should actually quit and find an alternative. Okay, I've quit many things. One of the ways you know what you want to do or what you are cut out to do is to try out things, is to experiment. I've tried out things that I called quits on. I tried graphics design. I wasn't good at it. I did not really enjoy it. It was so painful for me and too stressful. So I don't do it again. I'm not interested. Okay, I'm not interested. If you judge me by my finesse, my prowess at graphics design, you probably call me a novice. Somebody who is not even serious. I gave up on that. But there are things you shouldn't give up on. There are dreams that are integral. The moment I asked you, or anybody asked you, what does success mean to you? Or what do you really want to do with your life? Or what is that dream? What is that vision that is burning inside of you? There's an answer you once had. There's something that came up, as impossible as it may seem, as it may have seemed, as crazy as it may have seemed. That dream is something you should hold on to. It should be something you wake up every morning enthusiastic about. Now, even when you are at your lowest point, your least moment, when you are not so excited about the whole thing, that is one of the reasons you will still want to do another day. It's one of the reasons you will still want to build. It's one of the reasons you will still want to invest in yourself. It's one of the reasons you will still want to pay attention to your learning and your growth journey. Jessica, you're welcome. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see you here. I'm so happy. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Light concept, you're welcome. So, why did I pick this up? I had in mind to do so many other things. Talk about marketing, talk about sales, talk about money, talk about launching, talk about branding, and all whatnot. But there's no point listening to all those things when you are not motivated. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? Light concept is saying she can't hear me. Okay, let me know if you can. If you can hear me, I think I would have to type. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you very much. So good. I've seen your feedback. So yeah, like I was saying, there's no point trying to, build on all those things when you're not motivated. It's just like building a house without a foundation. Okay. If the foundation cannot, or building on a shallow or weak foundation, if the foundation cannot carry the house, it's definitely going to collapse. Okay. So you need to be able to thrive in the midst of those trying moments, those testing times. Okay. If you are in the group, I think Elisha, you've been doing that, so you can alert them. I don't know, you can alert them. Maybe they've not seen the notification yet. Just send in the information again that we are live. Okay. So like I was saying, there are many things that could stop you, and I want this to be an honest conversation, an open, authentic conversation between you and I. Okay. So I want you to tell me in the comments, how has the journey been so far? What's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest friction? What's your biggest, what's holding you back so far? When I talk with some people, even some of you in the inner circle, they're like, "Oh, I've not been attending meetings because I've been feeling guilty. I've not been doing anything. I feel like I'm not myself. I feel like I'm failing or I'm a failure because I'm not meeting up to some things. So yeah, I just want to be on my own." And that's sometimes when I engage, that's what I hear. And I understand. I understand moments like that will come. Okay. What determines whether you would really be successful is how far you are willing to go, and whether or not you will throw in the towel, whether or not you will give up. Those trials are coming to ask you a question. Did you really want this in the first place? How badly did you ever want to succeed? That's the question to ask you. That's the question the test will ask you. And there's only one answer. That's how we determine whether you have an A or an F, whether you fail or whether you would pass. Did you ever want this? You're welcome. Joy, Faith, and David. Okay. So, how do you thrive in difficult times? You must understand the game of resilience. You must understand the game of resilience. You need to know how to cope. Okay. You need to know how to cope. And one thing I will even want to talk about is the issue of comparison. When you understand the reason why these things happen sometimes, it will be easier for you to break out from them. Sometimes the reason you are not satisfied or the reason you want to pull out or you want to give up is that you don't even understand yourself or your journey, and you are beginning to compare yourself with other people. You are beginning to see all the metrics online. This person is having 10,000 followers, and this person is having this number of engagements, and this person is making this amount of money, and it seems like you are stuck and your own life is moving backwards. But remember, nobody comes online to post their failures. Some people do, but usually that's not what we come online to do. We come online to post about the best versions of ourselves per time. That's what we want to show people. That's branding, to many people. That's branding to a lot of people. That's their concept of branding. Come and say, hello world, I'm doing well. My life is looking great. So I don't care what you are going through, but look at me. I'm winning awards and I'm doing mighty things. And you are just there. That's the kind of energy a lot of people are pushing out. They want to show. They want to show, right? And then you look at these things and then you look at your own life, you introspect and you find out, man, I've not gone anywhere. Sometimes you start judging yourself. I know I started this thing in 2020. I started in 2020. Well, here I am, somebody that just started in 2022. Look at where he has gone. Look at how far he has gone. But I'm still here. In fact, I'm giving up. Come on. Come on. I don't want to start giving illustration of Indomie and beans. You already know. But your own journey is different. This whole growth thing is individualistic. There are no two people with the same paths. That's one of the things you must understand. I was in an event today, and the guy was telling us about his startup. The guy is a big name now, a very big name. I don't even remember his name, but his story was inspiring. He told us he started the startup in, was it 27? No, 2007, and it took 11 years or 10 years for him to actually come to limelight. His startup is about movies. He produces movies. So he told us how long it took him to actually come to limelight. And to him, he was like, it's not failure. That was actually okay, like perfectly okay. Now, one of the reasons people give up is that you don't have those internal motivating factors. I'll talk about the external, but first the internal. What should keep you going? Number one is passion, number two is purpose, and number three is necessity. I usually say these three to anybody who cares to listen. These have been strong motivating factors for me. Number one is passion. I do what I love, and I love what I do. you know. This is going to help you times when things are difficult. Sometimes I was talking about comparison. Sometimes it's unnecessary pressure. You feel like, oh, because you've started doing this thing and you can do it well, you should be making millions from it. And when you're not making millions, you are tired and you come on. You learn something and you feel you are good. Who told you you must launch a class? Who told you you must make money from it? Now, it's my ambition for you, it's my goal for you, it's my desire for you to actually start profiting from your passion as early as possible. But, you know, do it because you have to do it. Do it because you know where you are going, but also understand that there's a process to it. Okay. And when your expectations are not met, that's not enough reason to just give up. You are growing, you are learning, you are building. See it in that direction. Primarily, it is for your growth, it is for you to understand your journey. It's like you are in a school. You go to school for 3 years, 4 years, in fact, four and above. 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Some people 8. If ASU catches you, 9. And at the end of the day, you come out, you still have to go and look for internship or look for job or NYC and all those things. But nobody complains. You don't complain. You don't feel it's too much time. 8 years, 7 years, you don't feel it's too much time. But now, a venture that you know how dicey it can be. You know, you just start something yesterday, and today, because you are not seeing results, you run away. That's not how it's done. That's not how it's done. Okay? Not at all. I remember when I started training for almost the whole year, I didn't make a single dime from training. In fact, it was not even in my, it wasn't in the equation. It was not in my curriculum to charge for what I teach. I didn't have that in mind. I was just having fun, you know. And when I finally started monetizing, there were periods where when nothing seemed to be working, all the strategies I had known and used, just everything disappeared. Because let me tell you the truth, there are a lot of factors controlling marketing and sales. You may launch an event in March and let's say 100 people register and you are happy. That same event, you launch it again in November and nobody registers and you start beating yourself up. But what you do not sit down to calculate is what are the external factors behind the results you are seeing. It could be that when you launch the March, your prospects may be undergraduates and many of them will be at home, or maybe many of them were at home because of strike. And by November, they had gone back to school, they are too busy. So when you launch again, most of them will not be willing to come in. And because of that singular experience, you start beating yourself down and you feel like your value has depreciated or whatever. Come on. Or you come online and you are seeing so many wonderful things that people are doing. People are winning awards here and they're like, "Ah, I open Facebook these days and I'm like, how did we even get here?" That's part of the reasons I left LinkedIn. And it's also something you have to understand. Prioritize your mental health. Hang around people that give you energy. Hang around people who make you feel alive, who make you come alive. Not people who want to, oppress you by every means and tell you that their own life is better. And to an extent, that was what I saw on LinkedIn. People trying to exaggerate their achievements, and rub it on your face that you are not doing anything with your own life. We see all these things. There's a difference when you are creating content to inspire and when you are creating content to choke people. There's a big difference. And sometimes it's not that they intentionally want to do it. It's just a bad uh, 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 content habits that a lot of people have, a narcissistic way of creating content that is all about me, me, me. I got this, I got this, congratulations to me, I got this, congratulations to me, I want this. No way that you are trying to empower your audience or bring it back to your audience. Doesn't make sense to me. And now I came to Facebook, I packed my bags and came to Facebook where I can have peace of mind. And all of a sudden, Facebook, everybody on Facebook is trying to show their own achievements. Congratulations to me. I did this at the age of this and all those stuff. You know, next thing they say is a professional mode. Congratulations to me. And I'm like, how did we get here? Okay, some people, one of the reasons they are now almost depressed is because they have not been able to turn on professional mode and announce as if there's a trophy for it. There are some things that you should not put yourself under unnecessary pressure for. Not at all. So let me take some of the questions. I'm seeing a lot of interesting things in the comments. I'll start with I'll start with faith. Like I said, I want this to be a very honest and sincere, and friendly conversation between the both of us. Okay. And I want you to understand that whatever it is, I will not judge you. I will not judge you. See, the shege is reaching everybody. The shege, they touch everybody. There are days I wake up and I'm not motivated as well. There are days I wake up and I don't want to create content. Was it 2 weeks ago or last week? 2 weeks ago, you would basically not have been seeing my contents on social media. I was not interested. I was not interested. I just wanted to rest, which I did. In fact, if not for some things that happened, some of my mentees that celebrated their birthday that I had to just post, and which other thing that even happened? If not for a few things that happened that pushed me to come online, and the event I was organizing I was putting up, that will start next week, the branding, personal business branding training. If not for those things, I would have remained offline because it was actually getting addictive. The invisibility was getting addictive. The peace of mind, not having to post anything. You are not posting to impress anybody. You're posting to create value and create demand. You should be in control of your own life. Not people shouldn't control you in such a way that if you don't post and get comments and likes, you feel that the world has ended. Come on. If I post today and my post has only one like or two comments, no problem. The highest I'll do pata is to delete it and repost it later. uh Sometimes when I post at night towards 10 p.m., 11 p.m., when people are asleep, nobody will see it, and then the algorithm will kill the post. And I'll say, is this what you want me to do? I'll delete it, I'll copy it and delete it. By the next day, around 1 p.m., I'll post it, or around 5 p.m., I'll post it again. And the difference will be clear. So why do I have to, disturb myself over things that shouldn't really matter? So Faith says, I've had a lot of issues. It's strange how imposter syndrome doesn't care about your results or influence. For the 2 months break I took off social media helped me reaffirm myself. Beautiful. Please know when to take those breaks. Know when to take those breaks. It's very, very important. Very, 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 very important. Absolutely important. Okay. Take breaks to refresh, re-energize, rest, recover. You are burning a lot of energy every time you step out to do stuff online. You need to take those breaks, reinvent yourself, realize that nobody is better than you. Nobody is better than you at the game of being you. You have your own unique set of skills, experiences, identities, abilities, talents, and potentials. Nobody in this world can beat you in that field. Nobody. Not even myself, not even me. There are some things that if you put me and Faith Oyawole together to do, I will not see her back. I know. There are some things if you put me and Ruth Ude to do, if it's an exam, I'll get F, sure banker, like straight catapult into F. But she will be the best at it. She may even score 100. No problems. I understand that. There's a jungle where I'm king. So sometimes when I go out, I go for events and I'm looking at the kind of people I meet. Like it seems like life is soft for them. They are from, rich kids from rich parents, and they can literally afford anything they want, and they are talking about big stuff and where they live and all that, like all the fancy stuff. They have their own cars, they talk. Now, if I had not upgraded my mindset to be able to withstand such pressure, I'll be feeling bad about myself. Why don't I have all these things? I'll be beating myself up. But you know what? Instead of feeling like that, I would rather sell a part of me that they need, because I know there's a jungle where I'm king. Come on. It's not about the cloth I'm wearing or where I bought it from. It's not anybody's business. Or the shoe I'm wearing and where I got it. It's nobody's business. Or how much I bought it. Who cares? You know? I'm not saying I shouldn't look good. I will look good. But there's something else when it comes to mindset. There's something else. I know I have something very huge to deliver to these people or to anybody who comes in contact with me. Why should I feel low? So let me read Ruth's comments. Okay, it's been confusing, but what keeps me going sometimes is, as confusing as it might be, it means I have something in mind and I need something and there's hope. Now, let me tell you this. This is beautiful submission. Imposter syndrome is not entirely bad. Imposter syndrome is a signal to your system that you have some more work to do. It's not entirely bad. See, without imposter syndrome, we'll have a bunch of yeah people making noise everywhere. You may become a bundle of yeah person without imposter syndrome. You can imagine doing nonsense with confidence. You can imagine talking rubbish with so much effrontery and audacity and talking nonsense. Without imposter syndrome, everybody, even you, will be answering business coach. Mhm. That's how scattered the world will be. So you may just go online and Google what is business, and before you know it, you have added business coach to your title. And when they bring you to a stage, okay, you say you're a business coach, or yeah, come and talk to the business owners here about business. You now open your mouth and be pouring nonsense. Wow, nonsense will be coming out. It do not make sense. So it's an integral factor, an internal clock that reminds you that it's time to build. And when you begin to view it like that, imposter syndrome will not have anything on you, because somehow that internal clock knows when you have eaten enough. It knows. You build and build and build yourself and be task oriented. Give yourself tasks to do and get feedback. You will know when you are ready to launch. If you work closely with me, if you work closely with me, that's one of the ways you also know, because me, I'll give you feedback. Okay, don't be a lone ranger, stay close. Don't feel like, oh, you have not been doing well. I don't want him to feel bad. You don't want me to feel bad. Come on, no, that's why you have me. That's why I'm your mentor. Even if not your mentor, that's why I'm your coach in one way or the other. That's why you are in my circle. Okay, so you should cut yourself some slack. Cut yourself some slack. Get feedback, know when to launch. If not because of imposter syndrome, I would just be doing nonsense. Even in my health profession, when I started my internship, I felt very less confident when it comes to handling patients and managing patients. I felt less confident, and I was like, okay, let me just be going. Maybe my seniors are going to teach me. Well, I found out that, oh, why, oh, I'm on my own. Oh, go and do your own thing, learn your own thing. Just immediately like took off. I started taking courses, attending more programs to learn, you know, started learning more. I started doing more research. Every time you see me in the hospital, I'm Googling one thing or the other. I'm trying to learn this term, learn that term, learn this procedure, go to YouTube, find out how this is done, because yeah, I've had some level of exposure, so I can tell the good from the bad and from the ugly information I find online. But I took my learning bulls by the horns, taking courses so I can see how things are actually done, you know. And to a point, it's been helping, to an extent, it's been helping me. It would not have been possible without imposter syndrome. Yes, yes. I'm breaking the myth now, right? I'm making you see the good side. Build, build aggressively, get angry and build. One of the reasons that feeling is there is so you can get angry and crush it and wipe it out. Okay, so let me read Elisha's comments. One of my biggest challenges is finding a way to organize my thoughts into a comprehensive form which I can give out. Sometimes I will have something to share, but how do I put it out there? Let me tell you something, Elisha. Put it out in the simplest form you can. Stop waiting for the thoughts to come out so perfectly. Do you know what I do these days? Because I found out that because of my engagement, creating content is now hard for me. I went back to the original thing I used to do, the original method of content, the content creation method I started with. You know, I went back to the original method. When I first started, I I was at some point I had this writer's block of a thing. I would want to create content and to type, nothing will be coming to my head. To write, nothing will come to my head. If I bring pen and paper, nothing. But I noticed something. Whenever I come to my WhatsApp status, I become a living legend, a beast in its prime. So I would write and write and write and write, and thoughts will just be coming. So find any method that works for you. Find any place that whenever you enter, it's like there's a portal open to your head, whether it is a location in your house or WhatsApp status or WhatsApp group or something. You can even do an impromptu training. If you are interested in learning so and so, join this group. Let them join. Even if it's only five people and one person is paying attention, no problem. Teach that, just be teaching. Just let the purpose of that teaching is not for you to make six figures in 20 days. No, no, no. The purpose of the teaching is for you to have a flow of your expressions. Because if you have that teacher nature, one thing to do for you is it helps you pull out your thoughts when you are in front of people. So put your brain under that pressure, under that tension. It's a good kind of pressure. For me, whenever I know that people are waiting to hear, people are waiting to listen or learn from me, my brain opens wide. That even without preparation, I can speak for 3 hours without getting tired, without getting worn out. Okay. So recently, when I started noticing that I've gotten so busy and content creation is also not so easy for me, I try to plan, I try to plan, I try to, find a perfect time to create content, but I never have time. So, do you know what I do? I just go to my stats and I start typing. It doesn't have to come out perfectly. It does not have to come out perfectly. Please, okay? You can ask people what they want to learn. Start from there. What do they think you can teach? They will tell you. And you start creating, little by little, or you have an impulse. You can create content by impulse. You see something that somebody else talked about, you have a counter opinion, or you have a supporting opinion. You can take it and then, talk about that thing. Okay. So that's it. And there's this one of the sessions, I don't know if you've listened to it, teach and speak for real impact, influence and income. Go to is it the fourth video that I talked about how to, you know design your instructional programs and resources, the what, why and how. You can use that strategy. Okay. You explain something, you talk about the benefits of listening to you or the benefits of, learning about that thing, and then the strategies involved in actually doing what you have introduced. Okay. So organizing yourself. Okay. That's one thing you should learn. Is one thing you should learn. But the best advice I can give you is to start simple. Start small and start simple to keep making sense as you keep doing it. Okay. Another issue that I have had to deal with on this journey is fear of missing out. Beautiful. I had to intentionally make decisions only based on only what applied to me. I had to consciously do away with the crowd. I love this. I separated from the crowd. If that's not where I want to be, it's all thanks to Coach CJ's call in August that made me understand myself. Oh, okay. I completely agree with you, Elisha. That's another issue that stresses me out as a multi potential. I got exactly, exactly. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Faith. I explained the strategy that helps with that. Spacing strategy works. Good, 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 good. So yes, I know I talked about this spacing strategy and the umbrella strategy. You know, this is if the organization you are talking about is, having so many ideas and not knowing which one to go with first, you can space out. Space out. Don't feel guilty, you know, not doing anything at the same time, not doing everything at the same time. Don't feel guilty to space out what you are doing. Be willing to tell yourself this particular one can wait till next year. Nobody will beat you. Nobody even knows that there's something waiting. Be ready to tell yourself, okay, this one, my interest in this one is not really so high. If I should score it over 100, I'll give it a 30. But I know I'm interested, but it's not so high at the moment, considering a lot of factors. So let it just wait till next year, till next 2 years, till next 10 years. Fine, absolutely fine. You will not be under pressure to attend every event that comes your way. You will not be under pressure to pay for every class that you see. Come on. Okay. Yes, yes. Good. Somebody said fear of breaking out. Okay. You can you can elaborate what you mean by Fear of breaking out. Sissy Faith, I see you. I see you. I see you. Ah, Faith, we have a pending conversation. Don't mind me. I've been a lot busy. But yeah, we'll get to that. I killed ele. Ruth said I killed elephants at the age of 2. Sounds like what I see on LinkedIn every time. And Facebook is now Facebook is now is now doing like that. Okay. It's not that those things are bad. It's not that they are bad. It's not that those people are not good people, but they should be calming down sometimes. There's a lot of pressure on young people these days. People don't even feel like they have a growth journey to make. We don't even anticipate pains and failures anymore. We just want to be like that guy that says, like David just noted, 12 and getting it. You know, we don't want the long journey. What we want now is shortcuts to start winning awards and Grammy award for impact for under 15s. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Because if you are going to focus on your journey, if you allow yourself to endure all the challenges and you are thinking long term, trust me, you are going to go far. Let me explain the reason you are going to go far. Just the way you want to give up right now, that's the way a lot of people are trying and they're not getting it and they want to give up. And the truth is they are going to give up. If care is not taken, you will also give up, you know. But when you have that understanding that many people are going to give up, if you persevere more, you will stand out. You'll be part of that 10%. Okay? What is 10%? 10% is too big. You'll be part of that top 1%. If you continue, you may be seeing little progress over time, keep doing that progress, keep moving, keep advancing. Okay? Don't give up. Okay, so that's it. Let me look for another comment. Gloria Serial, you're welcome. You're welcome. One of the reasons I feel safe talking to Daddy is that okay, because he doesn't judge. No. Oh yes, 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 yes. You're welcome. God bless you too, Faith. God bless you too. So that's what I was saying. I was saying this earlier. There's no way you come to me and tell me that you've not been able to focus, you've not been following up and all that, and work has been too tight and draining, and you've not been hitting your results and all that, your personal tasks, blah, 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 blah. And me, I will not understand or I will judge you. It's not possible. I understand very well. See, I've been here many times, you know, I've been here many, many, many times. I've made mistakes. I've set goals that I could not accomplish. Let me share something with you that some of you may not know. Hmm? My 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 2021, toward the end of 2021, I was setting goals. Okay. Okay. So towards the end of 2021, I was busy setting goals for 2022. And if you see my plan book, if you see what I wrote, wonders shall never end. Hey, my goodness. I wrote things that I felt so proud of myself after writing all those plenty things. I felt so proud. The books I was to read, the courses I wanted to take, I listed all of them out. I wrote down the events I wanted to host. You're like, 9. And I was like, okay, maybe every month I'll do one big event with big influencers, partner with great people, host very outstanding events that will shock the world. Hmm. 6 months down the line, I opened that book again and I was just laughing at myself. I was laughing at myself because almost all of the books I wrote that I was going to read, yeah, I had a lot of books. I bought a lot of books and all that. Out of all of them, maybe I read only one. I read only one out of almost like 20 books or going to 20 books. Only one. The courses I was to take, I did not even remember. Like I was just looking at it and asking myself, who wrote these things? Who wrote all these things? What was I thinking? The events I wanted to host, I hosted only one. In fact, that one was by chance, just because I saw somebody who picked interest and was like, okay, let's do this together. And I did it. That was the only one. It was even like, was it not 8 months after I hosted it? A lot of things that I planned to do, but I failed. But will I call it failure? No, not at all. And I'll tell you why. There are also many things I didn't plan for that I was able to do. There were things that came at the spur of the moment. There were things that came so spontaneously. There were opportunities that presented spontaneously, and I took them up. I give myself credit for that. Learn to give yourself those little credits too. You know you deserve this thing, the accolade. Give yourself the award of honor, the medal of honor. See, you don't try. You don't see Shege survive. You have tried. You've seen the height of confusion, you've seen the height of frustration, yet you survived. It's a huge deal. So I was telling myself, CJ, you actually did a lot. You posted a lot of contents, uncountable contents on different things. You built on this, you learned this, you took this course and took this course. It is not among the list you wrote, the fat long list you wrote, but it is something. It makes a lot of sense. Give yourself that permission and that accolade. Clap for yourself. You have done well. Okay? Clap for yourself. So that's it. You see, most of the time we are wired to see what we are not doing or what we have not done. We do not see what we have done and what we can do. That makes all of the difference. I don't see life from the perspective of what I have not done. I see it from the perspective of what I can do and what I am yet to do. The ones I have not done, they are at my back, past. There's no point crying over spilt milk. No point beating yourself over things you did not achieve last week or last month or last 2 months. Come on, today is a new day to actually start that dream, the generator of that your dreams and your visions all over again, and move. Nobody cares whether you've had it in your mind for 10 years. Nobody cares whether you've been trying to do it for 6 months. Nobody really cares. What they care about is the results that will come from what you are pushing. Okay? So you have to actually wake up and start moving and stop judging yourself and stop beating yourself up. You are doing a lot. You are doing a lot. Have that mental toughness before these trials, before these pains, before these failures come. Anticipate them. Now, this cuts across almost everything you do in life, your business, your personal life, anything. Failure doesn't surprise me. I failed the course in my final year. Apart from the fact that I was just afraid that if I write it again, I'll fail it again. That course is well. I was afraid. But I wrote the receipt and I passed it. But I didn't let the whole thing about failing a course control me. You may be at that point in your life where you are failing at a particular metric, at a particular thing, you know, maybe it's academics, maybe you are not meeting the standards that you set for yourself, the grades that you want to have, and all that. But I realized something and I reminded myself of something occasionally. This thing doesn't define me. Come on. I was already at the phase of my life where I was speaking to hundreds of people. I was attracting crowds in thousands. I mean, organizing events online, and thousands of people are registering for it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not dummy. I'm not a dullard. I'm just a victim of a failed and a failing system. I know what I can produce. I know what I can birth. She be not the same person we get F for one course, get A for another course. What happened? How did it happen? So you have to be able to dissociate yourself from these experiences that you term failure. When you feel like you failed, it's not actually failure. You just found a way that doesn't work, or you found a better way to do things, or you found something you should avoid. You found something you don't like. And by knowing what you don't like, you actually know what you like. You know, the truth is, we don't check these things sometimes. You can get into a particular thing, a particular industry. You are trying to do writing, for example, and you do, it's not working. You do, it's not working. People are telling you you make a great speaker, you make a great, but it's writing you want to do. Like it's writing, not because you love it, or not, it's different, but because you feel like Emeka is a writer and he's making money, so you want to do your own writing to make money too. But it doesn't work. It's an opportunity for you to say, okay, now that I've tried this and it's not working, let me try something else. Same thing with academics. There are people who have tried, say, one particular course of study and try, it's not working. I know somebody, a friend of mine, his dad is a lecturer, forced him to study medicine. He got medicine, came in, wrote his first year exam, passed, went to second year, wrote his MBBS, failed. Immediately he failed. He was telling his father all the while that what he wants to do is music. So immediately he failed. He carried his bags, packed from medicine, and ran to music. You know, within the next 2 years, we were already hearing the guy's name everywhere. Like he was already a sensation. But this is somebody that his father wanted to force him to do what he did not really want to do. But he failed, and yeah, that was his golden excuse, the golden opportunity he had been waiting for. I know this one, there's no headway here, and let me do what I want to do. Really. So you should see it from that light. There's something else. This thing does not define you. This experience doesn't define you. There's something else that you do well. Like I'll keep saying, there's a jungle where you are king, right? There's something else you did so well. There's somewhere else you perform very well. Why not look at those things and give yourself some accolades? So David said he has been offline because of academic activities and not been feeling indifferent and like I'm not doing anything because everyone is sharing how they killed a lion online like something. uh, yeah, you're right. You're very correct. That's how it is. Everybody's busy showing off how they, telling stories of how they killed a dinosaur. That's what we are seeing, especially in this side of the world. Everybody wants to be relevant. Everybody wants you know, to get noticed at the detriment of many other people who do not understand how to regulate their emotions internally. Okay, so light concept. I feel I'm trying to outshine folks around me because of how they act towards my goal. I also feel like some of my family or inner friends don't believe in me. It makes me play low most times. Now, let me address this light. You have nobody to impress. You only have a world to impact. You are not impressing anybody. People will be impressed when you keep doing the work. People will obviously be impressed. But you are not setting out as a goal to impress anybody. It will land you in frustration, deep frustration. You have nobody. Convert the energy you want to use and impress anybody. Convert it. Use it for impact. Those that want to be impressed will be impressed. In fact, at the end of the day, you may find out that the people you are trying to impress may get angry at you. Truly, there's a lot to expect, but convert the energy to impact. Okay? Focus on impact. Focus on the people who need you, the people who believe in you. Now, you say family and inner friends, no problem. It's fine if they don't believe in you. See, finish is a real thing. Yeah, it's a real thing. Most times, those around you may not really believe in your dreams. They may feel it's crazy. They may feel it's unnecessary. You know, every time you are on YouTube doing video that nobody is watching, how do you think this thing can bring money? You are wasting your time and wasting your life. Go get a real job or go get a real something to do. They will always find a special way. Yeah. Okay. So, like I was saying, they would always find a special way to bring down that thing that you want to do. But it's your own duty now to not let them kill the dreams. It's your own duty. If you allow them to, it's fine. They will. But you must be dead yet apart about your dreams because the dreams belong to you, not any other person. Okay? Stop focusing on who is supporting you and who is not. Do your thing. Do your thing. Ride your roller coaster. Make the mistakes you are going to make. Learn from them. Okay? Be your own biggest fan. At least support yourself. Believe in yourself so that you are sure there is one. At least there's one person and you. That's you. Okay? And the truth is, when the results start coming in by fire, by force, those that did not believe in you will turn to your biggest fans. There's nothing else they can do. It's simple. So focus on doing what you have to do. Start getting the results. Okay? So, Emmanuel is here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Lastly, I live with these guilt that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing at the season I'm in. And this one is very dangerous because it doesn't even let me think right. I'm just so scared. Hmm. That's actually what you think. That's what's happening in your mind. Okay. And you have to be able to rise above that. There's a need in your immediate environment, there's a need in the online space. Stop getting saturated with, trying to have a perfect description of everything. There's a need that you are fulfilling. Keep doing that. Whether you are doing it on YouTube, or you are organizing a training and helping people, or you are creating content online, keep doing that thing. There's a central message that you are putting out. Keep at it. Life itself is purpose. Sometimes we over conceptualize these things and it becomes scary. I don't know if I told you guys, at the point I was tired of hearing purpose classes or purpose teachers and preachers. I was tired because they made the whole thing scary. You know, sometimes your anxiety is stemming from the belief that you have to find one specific, very, very, very specific thing you have to be doing at 10 a.m. on Monday. Then by 11 p.m. on Tuesday, you have to know the specific thing. That's nonsense. That's bullcrap. That's nonsense. If you have such luck, it's fine, it's okay, but it's not a must. Okay? Live that life of mandates. Know that you are a solution provider anywhere you find yourself. Stop judging yourself by any other person's metrics. Okay? Do solution. Life is purpose. So, Gloria, there's a lot of talented people in what I do. I know I grow fast and all, but recently I'm beginning to feel not good enough. Usually, if I feel this way, it encourages me to be better. But this time, go and learn. It's not different. It's not different. Just go and learn. Go and build. Go and build. And when I talk about this thing, sometimes it may be hard to understand. If I tell you the number of courses I did, number of programs I attended, I did over 250 courses. I'm not saying this to add to your own pressure and tension. No. Part of the reasons I did what I did was because I wanted to be relevant in multiple industries. So I spent time learning about many different things, taking up a lot of programs in different areas. Okay. I did a lot. Now, trust me, if you do just four courses that are good quality courses, four from beginning to end, you can confidently stand and talk about that particular thing you learned. If you read a good book or two in one topic that you are interested in, a good book or two, you can confidently stand anywhere and talk about that thing. Okay? When you feel not good enough, go and build, go and gather the experience, go and try out what you have learned. That's how you develop the audacity. Teach that thing for free and get feedback. Let me tell you, even after doing a life coaching, business and entrepreneurship life coaching program, I did not want to identify myself as a business coach or business life coach. I didn't want to, and I knew why. It took me some courage to start adding business life coach to my name, or business and entrepreneurship life coach. It took some time. I had to go and do further learning. I had to go and read and learn more things and all that. And one of the ways you can eliminate that fear, that feeling of imposter syndrome, is to carve out your own unique path. I don't want to say carve a niche because I hate that word. I hate that phrase, pick a niche, and I hate it with passion. But you can create micro niches. I mean, areas where you dominate within anything. Now, the beautiful thing about it is it doesn't have to be one. When it comes to storytelling, I have my own unique method of storytelling. When it comes to content writing, I may not be an expert at, let's say, writing essays or letters or whatever, but I know when it comes to content, there's an area where I'm keen. I may not have learned it formally, but I create content. I know I write good content. If you take me to video content creation, I will not do well. I'm not good at video content creation yet. You know, when it comes to writing, I will not call myself an expert writer. You can't call me now to say you want to, publish your book, that you need counsel from me, you need coaching from me on how to publish your book and get the hard copy. I don't know. Yes, with all pleasure. I don't know. Will it give me imposter syndrome? No. I don't know. I'll refer to somebody else. It's not everything that you do by yourself. You can partner, you can collaborate, you can refer, you can outsource, you can turn down things if it's something you cannot do. You understand? So there's an area you know this one is my thing. Bring me to speak at an event. Bring me to speak at an event on an area that I have dominated, I have control over. I, hmm, I would demolish the atmosphere with value, you know. But bring me to come and talk about publishing. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to tell you. We'll just be looking at ourselves. Bring me to talk about content writing from my own perspective. I will do well. But if there's a particular method of content writing you are looking for, I'm not the right person. No, I'm not. So you have to understand that there's a method. If you, okay, let me give you another example. When it comes to training, right? I can teach people how to train. I have a train the trainer program. I teach people how to teach. Okay. But if you take me to how to prepare slide, as funny as it may sound, till date, I have not learned how to design good slide decks, PowerPoint. I don't know. So if you bring me on the basis of slide presentation preparation, how to do slide PowerPoint slide decks, mess up. Hey, I will mess up. But bring me to teach on how to teach. Don't worry, I can give somebody else the PowerPoint to prepare for me. I have somebody who does that for me, and she does it very well. Don't worry about that one. Just come and speak. I will do amazing job. So it will not make me to feel bad because I feel like this area is not something. There's an area where when I bring you there and I pin you down, I will finish you. That's how you should see life. That's how you should see these things. And you keep learning and growing. There's no limit to what you can do. Give yourself some time. Give yourself some time. Allow yourself grow. Okay? Allow yourself. And when you say there's a lot of talented people in what you do, that's true. And that's also not true. It will always be true. There will always be talented people in the area of what you do. But there's nobody as talented and equally as unique as you are. See, let me tell you, if I am to coach you, I'm to be your coach, the way we are doing this inner circle meetings, there's if you stop attending this my sessions and probably you find somebody else, you want to follow somebody else. Now, you may be gaining a lot from that person, right? You may even be gaining more from the person, but there will always be an aspect of me you would be missing. That's the truth. And at some point in your life, those aspects that you may be missing may be your priority, and you feel like running back. There's nobody as unique as you are. There's nobody who is going to ever do life exactly like you can do it. And believe me, a lot of times it is that uniqueness that people are after. It's the fact that when you speak with people over the phone, you smile. It's the fact that you actually care about their families when you talk with them. It's the fact that they look forward to seeing your face when you are in one on one conversations. You know, I did MC yesterday in an event in the National Hospital. I did MC work in a send off party, and one woman saw me and was like, called me after the event. I was like, the way you are smiling, she, she, you have reached to marry. That I have wife for you. She was joking, but she was actually like, she was saying the thing over and over and over and over again. I was just laughing. I'll just hear her and I'll laugh. I'll just hear the thing she will say. I'll laugh again. I'll laugh hard again. And at the end of the day, she was like, I hope this your smile is not fake. You know, I hope this your smile is not fake. I want to connect you to somebody. I say, sure. Me, I don't know. I don't know. But what I'm driving at is at the end of the day, I was providing a service. But to somebody else, there was something else she was looking at. She was looking at my smile and she was interpreting it into another thing. I don't know how smile go take make me a better man or something. I don't know. But how she understood it different, you know. Tomorrow that may earn me, and maybe not a wife, but it may earn me a speaking gig or an MC gig. That MC that used to smile. That could be what makes you memorable. You may not be the best in that particular thing, but there is something unique. There's something about you that no other person can put in. It can be your time, it can be your commitment, the level of commitment you put into work. You know, it could be the way you speak, it could be your ability to listen, your communication skills, emotional intelligence, your leadership traits and abilities. It could be your ability to draw when you're able to bring all the things that you have. And that is why you should utilize the multiple facets of blessings and abilities and skills that you have and potentials. Bring them into play and watch how they will set you apart. Okay? Bring them into the work you do, the main thing you do. Find a way to incorporate your uniqueness, and you will not have competition. Why you feel you are in a competition is most times you are doing the same thing that every other person is doing. But when you start bringing in your uniqueness, you find out that, man, you are going to outshine whoever it is you are competing with. Okay? So, John Flames, you're welcome. Wow, I'm glad, Rahma. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm really glad. I mean, I'm really, really glad. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, please take some time to reflect. Okay, take some time to reflect. So there are a lot of talented people in. Okay, I think I've answered this. Even though I have been fast with learning and all, get angry and build. Okay, yeah, okay. You need to ask Elder Ruth. You don't try. They try. Good, good. I love it. I love it. Give yourself some accolade. That's what I want you to do. Ruth, you must not do to Linda is here. Linda, you are welcome. You must not do 200 courses. You must not do 200 courses. In fact, trying to do 200 courses before you launch is pointless. It's pointless. There's no need. Just keep growing, keep growing. You keep identifying new needs, new segments of the market that you want to penetrate and you want to go and learn. You know, the point is, I want you to build to the point where anytime, any day they call you, you can deliver gladly. You don't have a lot of work to do again. You know, see, you can bring me, if in fact, if I come to your event tomorrow, like a physical event, and I sleep off, yeah, no intention to speak or to even talk to anybody, and you wake me up right in the middle of the event, I say, come out, sir. We just, one of our speakers will not be coming. We want you to take a session on networking, or to take a session on public speaking, or emotional intelligence, or leadership. Come out to the stage and people start clapping. Omo, as long as I know wear back of my clothes, as long as I know I'm okay to come out, I will come out and I will deliver, and I will leave people in shock. Good kind of shock though. Because I did the work on myself. I built and built and built and built. I drank knowledge, you know. So even if I have little work to do, I know it's little work. It's not I don't need to start from scratch again. So that's what I want you to do. Don't do this under pressure. Enjoy learning. Fall in love with learning. Fall in love with your growth. Fall in love with your get addicted that, oh, if you don't take that course, your body will be doing you somehow. If you don't read, you will not be comfortable. Get addicted to it. Love it. Enjoy it. Just the way other people enjoy watching movies. Enjoy taking your courses, you know. Enjoy going through the inner circle materials, the resources. Some of the things I'm giving you here, one of the reasons it's going to benefit you so much is this is like, in fact, you don't even need to go and take all the 200 and something courses again. I'm giving you knowledge gathered from different resources, different sources, different life experiences. Okay. So you can go over the resources over and over again, go over the materials, the videos over and over and over and over again. Okay. That's it. And implement. Try and implement. Try out something. Fail. It's okay if you fail. If you come to me and tell me you failed, you tried something and you failed, me, I'll hug you. I'll hug you. Maybe it's virtual hug now. We are not close close by. I'm not close by. So I'll send you a very big, warm, lovely virtual hug for doing well, for attempting. Do it. Learn. Let the mistake come. Fail. No problem. Learn. There's something you didn't do so well. Find out. So, okay. Okay. Beautiful. 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 Okay. So that's it. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Are you still with me? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank God you're here with me. So yeah, that's it basically. That's it basically. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. You are doing well. You are doing well. Yeah, you are doing well. If you are going to fail forward. Pick the lessons and run with them. Okay? Pick the lessons and run with them. Develop a tough skin. Develop a form of resistance to those trying times. Okay? There are times when you will not see results. I'm saying this and I'll keep telling you. There are times you will not see results. Don't let that ruin your mind. Don't let that ruin your emotions. Okay, you will host a class and people will not join. You will sell your book and people will not buy. You will try to market your course and people will not get in. Understand that this is a phase. Don't let it define you. It doesn't mean you're a failure. I've equally had my own fair share, but I didn't give up. Remember, I said passion, do what you love and love what you do. Purpose, do what is really solving people's problems. When you have passion and purpose in the equation, when the results are not coming, when your needs are not being met immediately, when you are not seeing profit immediately, you have reasons to stay. And when you stay long term, if you stay long enough, the profit will surely come. So, purpose, purpose, what problems are you solving? What problems are you solving? Who are you solving those problems for? What are the problems burning in you from the inside to find solution for them? These things are undeniable. You cannot run away from them. The more you try to run away, the more your life feels miserable. You can't detach yourself from that inner calling. You can't. You can't. It may be one thing, it may be two, it may be three, it may be four. I don't believe it's one. It may be five. At different points and stages of your life, some candles will burn brighter than others. Okay? Find out what it is and make sense of it. So when the profit seems not to be coming, you have a reason to keep showing up. You have a reason to keep creating content and posting. You have a reason to keep hosting classes. You have a reason to keep doing whatever it is you are doing. That's one of the ways you can stay sane. And you are not bothered whether this person is making 5 million or the other person is making 10 million, or this one is doing this or this one is having 300,000 views on our post. Come on, all those things would you will wither away. Before you no longer have excuses. You no longer try to say, oh, I'm not getting it because of this and this and this, or this person is better than me. No, you won't be saying all those things. Your focus will be, I have one more person to reach. How do I reach that one more? I have a generation to impact. How do I reach that generation? I have a school to touch. How do I reach that school? So instead of comparing yourself with somebody you are seeing online, you are thinking, oh, there's a school in my neighborhood. Let me just walk in and see their principal. This is what I really want to do. I want to go here and speak with these young children and help give their lives a sense of direction. So let me go and do this. Your focus will be on what can I do instead of what have I not done. So that is where I would love to stop for tonight. We've done lots, we've talked about a lot of things, and I would love to see you put into practice. I would love to see you put these things into practice. I would love to see you do the doing. Okay? Do the doing and keep in touch. Share your journey, share your progress with me. I'll be happy. So yeah, that's all for tonight. That's all for tonight. I'm happy you came around. You're all welcome, and from the bottom of my heart, I love you all, and I want to see you at your best. Okay, I want to see you at your best. This is a relationship I'm happy to commit to. You can't tell, I mean, you will not believe when I tell you how eager I am every time I know I will be having a meeting with my inner circle. I'm always very eager. I'm always very eager and I'm always very excited. I look forward to it. You know, there are things that people tell me or people ask me for, and I know I cannot commit. There are people who have come to ask me for one thing or the other. I cannot commit. I've tried, I can't commit. Well, once it comes to this, I am heavily committed. Heavily. And I want you to see it in that light too. Okay? I want you to enjoy your presence here. Show up and have fun. Learn, expand, grow, implement. Bring your challenges here. We'll tackle them. Okay? So, thank you so much, Light Concept. Thank you so much. I love you as well. I love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Elisha. God bless you too. So, yes, bring those issues and we'll solve them together. So, yeah, another thing I want you to do, let me know how these sessions have been helpful to you in my DM. You can send me a message and tell me, how this has helped you. Send your reviews about your experience here and all that. Occasionally I do share them if you don't mind. So that's one of the ways I let people know, okay, that there's something going on in the inner circle. And also other people who do not know and they are missing, they don't know what they are missing. They're just waiting for one thing or the other. I don't know, but as a way of encouraging them to actually sit up and start attending meetings. So that's it for tonight. I'm happy to have all of you in my circle. I'm happy to have you. I'm happy to have you believe, light, light concept, Ruth, Gloria Serial, Esther. Esther is your name. But I'm saying concept. That's why I'm calling you light concept. So Ruth, I've called, I don't think I skipped your name. Ruth, Linda, Linda, Faith, Oyawole, who else? Rama, Isa. Rama, I'm happy, like I'm the happiest person tonight to see you here. John, I'm happy to see you here. I'm very happy. Okay. Who else? Emmanuel came in. I don't know if he's still here. I don't know. He came in and cracked a little joke, but I don't know if he's still here. So, Susie Faith, you're welcome. I'm happy to have you in. I'm happy. Okay. So, yes, you all have an amazing night rest. Have an amazing night rest. Joy Oluwatosin, I saw you. I saw you when you came in. You're welcome. Jessica, I know Jessica. Okay. I just say that I know she must have slept because I know she's busy, but maybe not. Not even because I know she's busy, because I've not been seeing her comments. So I assume that some people have slept off. They've left me and slept off. Okay, I know Emmanuel has slept off as well. Hmm, it's well. Don't mind me if I call you out like this. I'm just joking. So have a wonderful night rest. You all have a wonderful night. A wonderful night. Bye.